Hello guys, and welcome back to another CaffCast. Today we're back here in the wonderful world of Cities Skylines After Dark. Oh my god, I love this game. It is amazing. Look at that. You can actually see like a sort of a smoggy kind of pollution around the industrial area, which is lowering. Oh wow, all these guys are sick. Oh god. Right. Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting, guys. We've done well so far, and thank you to everybody for giving me your feedback on the series so far. I'm genuinely glad that so many people are enjoying the series that we've played so far. I do really enjoy this game, and it is definitely a series that I would love to continue. So please do continue your support. Every view, even every like, every subscription when you watch these videos, anything like that, really genuinely helps us out, and even shares as well. It's all awesome. We won't go on about it too long because I know it's kind of like a boring subject for most people, but yeah, it's like super helpful. So yeah, very important. Anyway, today what we're gonna try and do here is just get things a bit reorganized, putting in this massive crazy road that we have like modified and manipulated and made into this really interesting place that actually, surprisingly, works quite well. Has taken a toll on our fair city, and we're doing our best to to make a comeback from that. But it is a slow and steady progress. So the first things first, we need to bulldoze this little building here because that burnt down, and we need to check our coverage of our major areas in the town. We can do that by going over. We can pause the game for a minute, but that's okay. We've got some money. We can always take out a loan if we need to help out the landscape. And I'll tell you what I'll do. Whilst we're here, it makes sense for us to spend a little bit of time just looking around. Look at all this horrible pollution. This is just disgusting. Look at this. Look at this. It's horrible. You can see all the polluted water has actually come round so far because there's no real movement in the water that we have here in this little bay. So all the polluted water has come round and has started to pollute the intake for our fair city. And I think that might be what is making most people sick. We can click on these and it can tell us here. Or can we? I'm trying to click on this big sick thing. Doesn't really say exactly what's going on there. I think we can go into our little tweet thing here, and it should tell us some more information. What's wrong with our garbage collection service? Police are survey to protect. City limit expansion. Our town is quickly becoming a real city. Police officers. Privately funded spacecraft leaves the Earth and Moon. My God. Yeah, microbial flora was found in the city water network. Hashtag disgusting. Weird smell from the. Okay, so there's dead people and stuff. Right. Okay. So yeah, there's a problem, and there are some sort of like sick people. So if we start off by going into the health chart, we can start to see some of the difficulties that are being had right now. And it's actually this is interesting over here because there's not really a reason for this. Citizens are sick here. Dirty water is making citizens feel nauseous. Right, okay, so the reason for it is the water more than anything else. The hospital coverage is doing okay. Having a hospital on this because this is the good road. We can redesign the road at the back here to fit whatever we want to fit, because we can just have on this road like all the big buildings like the hospital, the police department, the fire department can all just be like bam, 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 bam. And then what we'll probably end up doing is we'll cut this road in half, and we'll have these roads go a bit further. Well, this one won't be able to go any further than it is now, which puts this little area in a bit of an awkward situation. But realistically, if we cut this down here, like straight down, then that should take care of that issue. Now, what we need to do is look at our water situation. Currently, we are nowhere near the level required to be able to do the water treatment plant. That's just not possible. This is what we're currently using to give our city enough water pumping stations. But the problem is that they are not good. It's pumping from a body of water, And we're not making enough water to be able to do that. So what we're going to have to do is probably requires a water drain pipe to work properly. Road connection not required. So what we're going to do, just real quick here, is we're going to take our... I don't want to build anything, thank you. I don't want to... Can I just come off of that? How do I... Okay, I'm going to have to deselect completely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off these water pumps here because they are pumping bad water. I think all of them are pumping... I mean, this one might not be, but it's not worth the risk. I don't... Well, is it? Is it worth the risk? It's very close. Let's try keeping that one on, just quickly, and let's see what happens if we unpause, because the game will work that out, work that that's happened, and now water availability has gone into the red straight away. So there you go, boom. It's a problem. So what we're going to do is we're going to build ourselves a load of these. These actually require power. Pollution. Water also registered now. Pump station built. Water tower is but polluted. All the water will get contaminated. A water tower requires a water drain pipe to work properly. Road connection not required. I don't know if they do need power. We have like a power linking this kind of stuff anyway. So I'm sure we can give them power if they need power. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start by fixing the sickness coming in from the water situation. So one there, one there, one there. I have no idea how many of these we're going to need, but we'll just try to build them nice and close together, a little collection of them, and then we can just always build more of them if we need them. I think that's the best way to tackle this bad boy. Not sure if you guys noticed, but I am a little bit sick at the moment, unfortunately. I've caught a bit of a bug that actually kind of like took everyone in the house down with it, which is a bit of a shame, but we're all doing better now. We're on the mend, but I am definitely not 100%, and I'm just trying to kind of relax and take it easy. And I thought, what better way to do that than to come along and do a little bit of city management, because this game is so much fun, and you've all been so supportive so far, so thank you for that. Each of these episodes still gets in around about 1,000 views, which is nice. I don't want there to be like a cajillion views. I don't really mind too much. I think we're just going to have fun with it. Okay, so the water's gone up, but these do say they require power, but they have power because that actually made a little connection. Isn't that incredible? Wow. Okay. Now, how much do they cost? They cost 3.5. Okay, so can we, just in case things go bad, can we get away with turning that one off as well? Is that going to cause a major water difficulty? They're all turned off. And the water that we're pumping... Wow. Really? We're only consuming 170,000, but we're making 700... Oh, that's because we've got those ones turned off. Those ones are on. That's what that's saying. So there you go. We are now good in terms of our water. And as you can see, that has now started to get rid of almost completely the difficulty. These people are struggling with the noise of probably these wind turbines, I expect. Yeah, noise pollution elsewhere. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the power situation and see how we're doing. These are all being powered, which is really nice. These are all powering this line as well, which again is really nice. What I might do, because we want some more temporary solutions, so I'm just going to do a little power line across there. Because what that will do is that will give us all the power that's coming from these wind turbines and connected to the main grid, theoretically. That should have made that just a little bit more kind of like connected and powerful. I don't really want to have to build more of those power turbines if I can avoid it. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to come along and we're going to not demolish. Don't want to demolish them. We want to move these over to the top of the cliff here, because that's where they like to be. The top of the cliff. It's a nice use of this land, I think. So we move the whole lot, keep these people nice and happy, and then we can turn that back into some other type of land. In fact, we can probably do something more interesting, like put a nice park or something in the corner here, because it's in a bit of a horrible area. Let's have a look at the zoning and just see. I think we're actually okay. Let's just make this residential. Well, we'll think of something we can do for that a little bit later on. But for now, I think that's going to be okay. So everything's looking pretty good. I might relocate the school here and do some more adjustments to the area if I took out this back road here and just did a big old line of really important buildings. I think that might kind of make sense. We'll look at that in more detail in a second. I want to find out what's going on with this house here. Let's see what's going on. Citizens are falling ill because the ground is polluted. Remove polluted buildings nearby or offer more healthcare. Okay, so healthcare. Let's have a look. We have the hospital. The hospital's operating normally, and it's supposed to be doing quite well. Let's get rid of this. Just quickly, if we can see any buildings that obviously need to be demolished. There's actually a few of them around this area here that need to just go. Which I don't mind just sort of snipping out a couple of them as we are here. There's a fire, but the fire department have got there nice and quickly, which is great. So let's try to reinforce. Okay, so there is new zones available now. So we do have this high-density commercial, high-density residential, all this kind of stuff is all now available as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to just spend a little bit of time working on our road infrastructures here, I think. We have a 6-lane, it's a large road, isn't it? Large road. No, that's the highways. Large road. One of these bad boys. Just a big old two-way, do-what-you-like road. So what if we took this and just went, yeah, we want to go straight through. Just absolutely straight through to the whole... We'll probably actually just demolish, like, the whole thing. Just get rid of the whole lot and just have this. This is like the main road. We may even build eventually like an on-ramp or something for this area, because this is going to be like this is the big one. We can put the hospital like right in the interim, and I'm not even gonna say no to having it, because it's probably just gonna. In fact, I'm just gonna put it a bit further down. It's probably just gonna carry on going straight down. This is like the boulevard or whatever. I don't know if that's the right word for it. It's like just an awesome highway. It's two ways. We have decorative trees. Decorations lower noise pollution. In fact, I don't know if we actually necessarily need that. Maybe we should do bus lanes and get... Well, we don't have any road problems right now, so we'll just go with the decorative, because it's decorative and it's nice, and I'm sure people are enjoying it. Now, what we're going to have going all the way down there is going to be some nice-looking extra road. Now, can we upgrade to medium roads? We can. Can we also upgrade to large roads on there? Yeah, we actually can. Okay. So we need to think about what we want to do about these roads, because this is definitely going to be like, or especially this part here is going to be like our low residential, just hanging out, having a good time. We could probably, if we get back off of there, we can probably just get a little curvy road just coming out. Maybe like this. Oh god, I'm not very good with the road tools. Can we just? I just want it to be just a little. Oh, no. Oh god. Okay, no, that's not good. Let's just. Can we just have like a nice big sweeping? Oops. Just delete the whole road there. That's not good. Let's put that back again, please. Thank you. And then we just want to build like a nice big curving road. So can we actually build that anyway? Yeah, it's not. It's saying no, but we can build it if we build like to there for some reason, but then anywhere else is just not okay. So that's weird. Okay, we're gonna have to have that like. I think maybe we might have to actually just delete. I'd say it's not even letting us delete the kind of like corner connections. I'll tell you what then. What we will do is we will just think about maybe having that one off a little bit like this. Oh, I know what we can do. I know exactly what we can do. Okay. So let's have this back on the straight road again. We're going to have this coming from here. and then going along, essentially as long as it can, so to there, and then apparently it can go to like down there somewhere if we wanted it to, but I don't really think we necessarily need to worry about that too much. We can have like parks and things down there anyway. So what we're going to do here is we're going to delete this little bit of road, and then we are going to. Well, in fact, I think that worked anyway, didn't it? We just connect that up. It's the just moves the junction along a little bit. So I think that's absolutely fine as it is. So then this again is going to be more kind of like low value residential. So this is all just like nice low value residential. That's all this is going to be. It's just like a big low value residential area. But the residential that we have in the larger roads, this one here, for example, which means we're going to have to move this probably in. Well, can we move this out into this? Yeah, this is a better place for any of that kind of stuff. Get out of there. No one likes it. So this kind of area, if we dezone here, all the stuff that connects on to any roads like this, any of the higher end roads, are all going to be high value residential. So like this. I'm not quite sure why it's done that thing where it's all gone a bit weird, but whatever. We'll let them kind of take care of that. And just try and fill it in, and eventually that will become nice and connected. There we go. That one can become high value as well. Well, actually, no, I think... I'm confused. No, I think we'll have that one as high value as well. Or maybe this part can be high value, and then these parts can be low value. Oh, dear. Essentially what that is, it's not value. I'm using the wrong word. It's actually density. So it's high density buildings. So what you can see now, if we come back into normal view, is that actually what's being built is just really, really compact, kind of like apartments and things, as opposed to those sort of like suburban houses and things. So that's going to work out really nicely for us. So now that we've got those coming in, what we're going to do is think about how we want our roads to work to be able to deal with the different sort of amounts of traffic that we're trying to add. Now, I like the idea of keeping a area just here of like this commercial. I'm not quite sure why these are. That's because those are just some of those buildings that we've added along for the road. If I just take out as much of this as I can for now, because I know that we're definitely going to be... They're all getting really happy that the road's being destroyed. That's weird. I know that we're going to be just adding loads of stuff all along here. So I think we actually already have most of the larger... That's our hospital. That's our police headquarters, which is important. The police headquarters there. But we can now also have actually a prison as well, which we don't need to worry about. And then we've also got the fire station as well, which is obviously very important. Fire station, boom, very, very important. So we've already got the main 3 buildings that we need in this little area here anyway. So, in actual fact, you know, that it might actually make sense just to have it just carry on hanging out for a bit. I don't know. Let's have a look.